My website is www.lindycowling.co.uk. My email is info@lindycowling.co.uk, and the way to contact me would be via that email, please. That's in regard to session inquiries, session bookings, media and information about workshops or events, etc. That kind of thing would be via the email, please. So this is really a second part to the video I brought out yesterday, and the title of this video today is Entrainment in relation to the soul. Entrainment in relation to the soul, or to one's soul, So just in case you didn't see the video yesterday and you have just tuned in today, entrainment being the dominant frequency that other, let's say, other related frequencies come into line with. So entrainment in terms of musically and musical instruments, for example like a guitar or a violin, someone would be playing 3 strings at a particular vibration or frequency, and then the 4th string would magically align with the 3 strings that they had played, because it is coming into alignment with the dominant frequency. So yesterday I was talking about the relation between that within ourselves, the relationship with ourselves, the relationship to source within ourselves, and the relationship to others we are in connection with. Today, to expand on that further, but to go into a slightly different direction, is how entrainment affects, impacts the actual soul. So you or us as a soul, and one's soul families and soul connections, for example, in that respect. So if I go firstly from one's soul family, according to what your vibration and frequency is, because everything is sound and vibration and frequency, and the world or the realities or the holograms or the universes or the parallel dimensions, all of it is based in a particular fashion, and sound is a vast part of that. As a soul, as a being, your soul or our souls put out sounds and frequencies, and we are vibration. So in a soul family, with its vibrations and its frequencies, so let's say a number of individuals in a soul family, so they are connected on a soul level in various ways. The soul or souls in that soul family that vibrate at a particular rate, so let's call it a higher rate or an elevated rate. So this is a soul, or more than one soul in a soul family, that has come into their own, come into their authentic hearts, have become conscious or are becoming conscious, fast tracking their way through, coming into their mastery and coming into their ascension within their heart. Their vibration or frequency as a result of that process has risen or is continuing to rise. So in a soul family, there may be just one or two people that have got to that stage in an entire soul family. There might be a few more, but the dominant frequency, I'm going to say the dominant frequency, I could say in some ways, in terms of the soul, the highest balanced frequency gives the facility for the other souls in the soul family to imprint on that dominant frequency and consciousness. So, in plain speaking, if you have a field of sheep that are within a particular field, so let's say normal field, but we can align this with energy field, metaphorically speaking. So you have a field full of sheep, and then they'd like to get out of the field, but they haven't ever been able to find a way out. And then one sheep gets to a point within itself where it suddenly can see, its perception changes, and it can suddenly see its way out of the field, or into a different field, or into a higher field, or an expanded field, or a field that's more beneficial, and it has seen its way through the particular doorway, portal or gate. As it goes through, maybe 2 or 3 other of the sheep will see it go through, and they will follow it through into that higher field, and that facility, that knowing, that information in consciousness can be downloaded, uploaded, templated by, and the dominant frequency can be imprinted on by the rest of the sheep in the field, which may or may not then follow through the gateway, through the portal, and into the other field. This is how it works and can work with a soul family. So if you've got 1 or 2 people in an entire soul family or more, and we expect that to be more as time goes on, as more people awaken, as more people come into the heart, let's say takes the lead. I don't mean in a competitive way, I mean in the steps of their evolution, in the steps of their journey into the heart, in the steps into the inner union. This can have an amazing effect and amazing benefits on the rest of the family members, wherever they're at in their evolution, where they are at or not at in their evolution. It gives an amazing opportunity for the higher vibration or dominant vibration, or the frequency, to become the dominant vibration, so that the soul family per se benefit from that and can align with it. Now, if I go on to a different note here, but all connected with the soul, using the same kind of idea, we can apply it to a soul, a multi-dimensional soul that is experiencing life as a multi-dimensional soul in multiple realities, in multiple ways, multiple timelines, and as that same soul in multiple bodies, multiple realities at the same time. We could call these multiple aspects of same soul, we could use the word twin flames for that. We could also refer to this as fractals from the same soul. So let's say the same soul is a sunflower, and the sunflower has multiple petals on that sunflower. It is still the same sunflower, and the petals are all coming off the same sunflower, but it's multiple fractals or multiple aspects of the same sunflower. Same thing applies. So if you have a dominant frequency, let's say one of the petals on that sunflower, one of the aspects of soul, in other words, has got to a stage where they are either fully conscious, becoming conscious, quite a way down that process of the evolution into the heart. They have coming into a state, or have come into a state of union within themselves, still expanding. And let's say, for an example, so far at this point, one petal or maybe two petals on the sunflower as a soul, as a whole, and as a soul, I'm using it metaphorically, has, let's say, the highest vibrational frequency of the entire sunflower, or the entire aspects of all fractals of soul, all twin flames connected with and as that one soul. That can become not just the highest frequency, but it can become the dominant frequency. Because the natural thing, if you like, the natural persuasion, the natural draw, the natural instinct within the entire sunflower or the entire multidimensional soul is to be at its highest expression, authentic expression, genuine expression, compassionate expression, loving expression, highest dimensional expression within its form. And so one petal or one aspect or one twin flame or one soul fractal, all the same thing, maintaining that as its, let's say, I'm going to call it permanent state, but I call it resting state. Its predominant frequency that it's putting it out naturally encourages other aspects of same soul, twin flames, soul fractals, naturally gravitate towards wanting to maintain that dominant frequency. As a process of entrainment, any twin flame or any soul or any person going through their process that chooses by a process of their own free will to go up a gear into their ascended form, into their heart portal, offers in a way all aspects of them as a multidimensional soul in all realities, all timelines, all dimensions, all fractals, all twin flames, the opportunity to come into the fullness of who they are. Now, you're probably going to say to me, what are the guarantees here? And do all the petals on the sunflower, or all the fractals of the soul, or all the twin flames choose to come into that higher form? And the answer to that is no. But just imagine if the answer to that were yes. And the absolute amazing evolution that would be, and to demonstrate, if you had an entire sunflower with every single petal, by a process of entrainment, following its highest expression and highest frequency. That means every twin flame on that sunflower, all soul fractals, all alternate selves, all expressions of that one soul in all its forms, choosing the highest form. My goodness, what a different reality and a different world we would have if everybody chose that particular path. Now, through the pure nature of being a human being, some petals on that sunflower, some souls, some soul fractals, some twin flames. Some people choose not to take that higher route. Some choose not to take the high road and they choose a different road. But one aspect of a soul fractal or a twin flame choosing almost to go forward and up their game and up their frequency, go into their hearts, become conscious, become the authentic them, is offering as an act of service not just to the general population that can imprint on a conscious ascension template or a twin flame union template, but they are offering that service to themselves as the highest outcome for themselves in all realities, all time, all dimensions, all form, all fractal, all twin flames. They can hear it, feel it. I brought out a video saying data transfers between these sorts of connections, not just twin flames, but these sort of connections. So it almost aligns with that as well. So it is an amazing thing, and I can actually, I can almost say give experiential proof of that, because this is an experiential channel where on my original beginnings of my original acceleration into the heart, I mean, I've been on a journey in that sense all my life, but really 18 years working in this kind of arena, but the last 8 years particularly accelerated into the heart as a result of particular life events and, you know, coming in through the template of twin flame union. I can say hand on heart that I came in on a particular frequency. It was high, then dropped into the human form to go through that bit of the process which nobody likes going through. Continued to go by personal choice upwards in a process of evolution. Frequency continued to rise. Knew in my heart of hearts I had gone in that sense in the right direction. Sometimes my physical life didn't always seem to match that. And then came into my awareness 2 other forms of me in female form, one of whom I have met and has actually inspired me a little and taught me a few things, especially on the Chinese energy medicine side of it, and the other I haven't met, who is in India. These are far more balanced, wise aspects than the original male aspect from years back. Why? Because I'm far more balanced. I have changed considerably because my frequency has continued to rise, but not in an unbalanced form, but in a balanced form as I become more conscious. So the fractals or the sunflower petals coming into my life, whether it's temporarily or not, and it does not have to be in a romantic form, and the females I'm not in a romantic form with in any way, shape or form, they are matching where I've got to in my evolution. So you could say to me, which is a great question, I'm almost like putting the words in your mouth here, okay Lindy, which one of you then, you and the Indian aspect and the other aspect of you that are females, which one of you are the dominant frequency here? And I'm going to say straight away with no hesitation, my frequency is not higher than the Indian version of me or the other version of me, the female version of me. It has changed from the male version of me considerably, because I guess I chose the path of the heart. But I already know instinctively that my frequency is not higher than the female aspects. So which one of us aligned with which dominant frequency, I'm not sure, and does it really matter? But the fact that we have demonstrates that process of entrainment. Will that frequency stay as it is now? Only if, and I have to apply that bit to me as Lindy aspect, I decided not to go any further in my evolutionary journey and to pretty much not expand anymore and kind of turn my back on who I am really. It will pretty much stay static. That makes me want to burst out laughing, because that's not a choice I've made or I'm going to make. And I will keep going onwards, upwards and inwards. And so my frequency will continue to change, and that process of entrainment will continue to adjust and facilitate that accordingly. On that note, I will love you and leave you. As always, thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for supporting me as that channel in all the ways that you do. I do hope you found that interesting. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Bye.